thank you for joining us today at TFT, also known as the Film Talk show. Today on episode 3, we'll have a very special guest by the name of Diano Lacayo. Let's give him a warm welcome.
Thank you for inviting me here, sir, today. Greatly appreciated to be here today. But let me tell you, New York is cold, man.
And where are you from?
Man, you know where I'm from? 305, baby.
Also, it's 60th doomsday for you guys.
In New York, you guys have sandwiches as heroes. Like, that's so weird.
We got a jokester over here. Diano, I wanted to go over your progress. I've been following your channel since your first video, and I must say it's remarkable. But I did want to ask you about your limitations at the beginning.
Well, thank you for the compliment, by the way. I greatly appreciate that. But my main limitation at the beginning was simply this. I didn't know anything about filmmaking. I had no editing skills, no filming skills, or no planning skills. I knew nothing about the main aspects of filmmaking, which were language, representation, audience, nor industry. I simply did not have any knowledge of filmmaking. But as time progressed, I got better, which led to my final film, Hellfire.
Oh, well, that makes perfect sense. So it's interesting because I can tell that you've been working hard to get to where you're at.
Yeah, man. I mean, it took a lot of months of preparation to get to where I am now.
Yeah, it's paid off. But let's ask a more critical question. Skill development. What area do you think you see the most development in?
Well, good question. But I had 3 areas of skill development I believe I've improved the most.
Okay.
First, transitions. If you look at my first film, The Braddock Interview, I only used straight cuts and purely nothing else. Pretty boring, right?
Yeah.
But it's because I didn't know it better. I didn't know better. I didn't have any knowledge. But as my time in the class progressed, I learned that different transitions can have different meanings. So, for example, in my film Hellfire, I used a cut to black when Lucas steps in front of the camera over John. This cut to black combined with the scream symbolizes that John has died. The second technique I improved in was camera shots and camera angles. Just like the transitions, I didn't know any better, so I only was accustomed to one type. You can see this in my first film, The Braddock Interview, which I used medium full and medium shots, which are all close to the subject. But I learned that certain camera shots and certain camera angles can be good to portray different meanings. So I try to use a wide variety in my final film. This included full shots, massive shots, close-ups, and even camera movements such as pull-ins and camera rotation. The third technique I saw skill development on was lighting. Before even coming into this class, I didn't even know what lighting was and how its effects could be used in films. But as I did more research, I learned that there are 2 types of lighting. You have dark lighting, which is also known as low-key lighting, and bright lighting, which is also known as high-key lighting. High-key lighting is more typical for comedies, but low-key lighting is used for horror films, which in my case is what I needed. So you can see this in my last 40 seconds of Hellfire, which created tension at the very end, which is necessary for horror films.
Right. And so then the initial feedback that you got, was it positive or?
Well, yes, it was mostly positive, but I did get some important critiques. So, for example, the first time I presented my rough draft was to my teacher. Mrs. Soriano saw the characters John and Sophia were wearing the same top and bottoms. In the film industry, this is very bad. You want to characterize your characters and you want to make them distinct. So the second time around, I made them wear different clothing. For example, John wore a cap, sunglasses, jean shorts, jewelry, and Sophia wore a red hoodie, leggings, and nerdy glasses. The second time around presenting my film, I presented it to my class after I made the clothing changes. For the most part, it was good feedback, except for my audio at the beginning. Due to the wind, it was a little funky, so I changed it in my final film, which was a great critique they pointed out. the skill development combined with the critique I received and the communication led to me being able to communicate meaning more clearly. So this can be seen in examples with the stereotypes being presented more clearly through John Sophia, through the clothing changes, um, the eerie mood,
Yeah.
through the low-key lighting, and the camera shots and camera angles, such as the rotated shot portraying tension.
Well, thank you for coming on tonight, Leano. We wish you nothing but success in your future films.
Thank you for that.
Oh no, you're welcome. Make sure to tune in every Saturday at noon. Is that what the video's gonna drop?
Yeah.
And this is TFT signing off.